Hey guys, DRXD here, and this is a video I did not want to do. I usually do not expose people. Last time I exposed someone was with Aircon in the gang when someone faked to be a leaderboard player, but usually don't do this, but I think it's pretty, evident that it's needed at this point, so right before I start, Crazy Amazy, or Lena, as you might know her, she is not involved in any of this. I was on her account, so please do not harass her. If you have a problem, just contact me in the YouTube comments or my Roblox, which is in the description. So, go and do that if you have a problem. Anyways, let's jump right in. So we start off here. Basically, what was going on? I was covering for a certain leaderboard player. Doesn't even matter who it is. I could be covering for literally anyone. I mean, it's not even a big deal. But it's covering for someone for about like 6 hours. So free of charge. I was just doing this on my own volition. Didn't even want to do it, but I said I would. So I had to be a man of my word and do it. And basically, that certain person had these two friends, Jay and whatever the fuck her name was, but on Discord they're known as OJ and Ella. I think one of them was actually the cover for the certain account. Oh yeah, it was Nico. That's what the account was. That's right. So they're really pissed off by something I said. So basically, whenever you're grinding on the leaderboard, right, you have these randos join your account, right, and or sorry, join the server. And whenever they do, you have to get rid of them ASAP because, if it exceeds 4 people, you and one other person in your two vaults. If it exceeds 4 people, then you're fucked. The server's gonna get filled pretty quickly. Usually happens 9 out of 10 times. I've seen it happen. Been on Murder Mystery 2 since 2014. Don't argue with me, and any other leaderboard player can confirm my story as well. But I mean, generally, the best idea is to have 11 alts, like Jen, Hippo, and I did as well. But yeah, if you can't do that, then obviously you have to do like the 4 people server kind of rig, So obviously, I was in there, and let's just see. Okay, Jay, I had the biggest problem with the OJ guy you're going to be seeing on the Discord. So yeah, basically everything was fine. I told him I was a cover, and we were getting along just fine. We were collecting, coin or tokens, and everything was going great. And then, this rando joins, and really, his idea of trying to get the rando to leave was saying the word "leave" or "please leave." And he told me later, he's like, "Yeah, that always works for me." And I'm like, "Is this guy fucking mental? Is this guy nuts? Is this guy crazy? No one's gonna fucking leave if you say, okay, pretend I have a gun pointed at your head, right?" Be like, I have a gun pointed at your head, which is actually what he threatened to do to me. I'll get to that later, though. It's very interesting. You definitely want to stick around for the entire video. So, yeah, to have a gun pointed towards your head, you're not going to say, "Oh, yeah, can you please not kill me, because why would I have a gun pointed towards your head unless I had the intent to shoot you or threaten you, or don't threaten me." That may have been a bad analogy, but hopefully you get it. May have been a bad example, but yeah, just telling people, I think any leaderboard player in their right mind can tell you, just telling someone to simply leave is not going to cut it, really. Like 9 out of 10 times, not going to fucking cut it. So, what you got to do, there's about 3 ways you can resolve the issue. Uh, so, solution 1, you spam report their account, until, by any means, until they finally get kicked and banned for like 1 or 3 days. That's a really good, reliable way, and you don't even have to say anything to them. Second is be really overly nice to them and say, "Hey, I'm a leaderboard player. Do you see my name on the leaderboard? Yeah, I'm really trying so hard to, you know, uh, get higher on the leaderboard and win, but as soon as you joined or make up some bullshit excuse, this actually worked, by the way. I used this exact excuse. You'll see later in the video. It fucking worked. So you'll see that later, and so you can just be like, oh, appeal to the good side of them, even though people are morally evil. It still works sometimes. You just be like, oh my god, I'm trying so hard to do. And then in this actual example, I did in front of this J guy, who was talking shit about me and was so pissed off for some reason, no idea why. And it actually ended up working. It fucking worked, and it's worked before. So, goddamn. And another way, you can just harass them, piss the hell out of them, keep killing them over and over and over until they leave. With you, the other person you might be playing with, and your ults. That's another way to do it. That's kind of the least desirable way, but that is the way I went with. So basically, the guy said, the rando who joined, he's like, I speak Spanish. I'm like, well, yeah, get out of here, deport yourself from the game, go back to Mexico. I mean, yeah, that could be perceived as kind of racist, but I thought it was kind of hilarious. And here's the thing, I don't really mean that. It's nothing personal. It's just a ploy. It's a way to get people out of the game. And here's the thing, like Jay is actually even older than me, both of the idiots I'm talking about, and they still don't understand that. That's just a construct. It's nothing personal. I'm just gonna talk shit on purpose to get you out of the game, and they're like, "Oh, well, you're gonna get reported." I'm like, reported? Ruh-roh, Raggy! I'm gonna get reported! Yeah, no, reports don't do anything. And then he was claiming he got banned for 365 days because he got reported. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe some instances, but really they're quite ineffective, So, I mean, yeah, I could have handled it a better way, but he didn't really need to like be a fucking roll himself up into a burrito just because of me saying that. Mexican joke. Funny, right? Yeah, that of course it was racist. Of course it was offensive, but it's nothing personal. I don't actually mean that. I'm just trying to provoke them to get them to leave. And sometimes it does have the opposite effect. They'll stay on purpose, but most of the time, my experience and other people's experience, other leaderboard players, I can confirm with. I could call any of them right now on Discord. They'd back up my story. So we jump into the story after I did that, and Jay kills me. And you see on the Discord um, messages the video right here. Jay, why did you kill me? What's your deal? What I ever do to you directly? It's like, no, don't be racist. He doesn't even spell it right. Stop talking crazy. I don't have time for baby games. Act your age. This is Lena account. I mean, yeah, it's someone else's account, but nothing's gonna happen. And she's trusting you, but you're fucking it. How am I fucking it up? Nothing. Like, this doesn't even directly affect you. Now she won't even be on the leaderboard because of you. Like, that's not gonna change anything. So I correct him to racist, and I'm like, you say I'm fucking up, and he's like, don't chat on Roblox. I'm like, dude, Roblox is literally a free public chat for everyone. What are you, the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party? You're trying to regulate speech here? And I'm like, but how though? I'm like, and he said, don't chat on Roblox. Why? And he's like, I have screenshots. I'm like, okay. I'm like, of what you're saying to people. And I said, stop. Oh, you said stop. You, the CEO of Roblox. Gotcha. All right. Yeah. And I'm like, this is what grinders do. And he's like, that's Lena's account. I'm like, yeah, I'm very aware of that. And I'm like, no. And then he's like, no, don't even do that. And I'm gonna stop the video right here. Stop. So basically, Jay, this guy, brand new to the leaderboard, he doesn't even have a single trophy at all. He may have covered for people before, but I have no idea if he did. I'm guessing he didn't because of how noobish he's acting right now. He's being a total fucking noob. But yeah, he is on the leaderboard at 52 for Christmas right now. So, that's good, but he doesn't have any prior experience that I know of. And even if he does, then it's got to be pretty minor based on what I've seen here. So, I mean, what's even the deal? Then yeah, he's like, no, don't even do it. I'm like, and oh, I meant to say you act like you've never grinded before, and I'm like, because you're new, and he literally is new, and he's like, oh, I'm 52. I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking care what place you are. And this Ella cover girl, It's like, yeah, it was on the leaderboard, and I'm like, yes, I know, but it's the first trophy, and you don't even have it yet. And I'm like, I have two. I've covered for multiple people. I've been around since 2014 on Murder Mystery. I kind of know the layout. Pause. So pretty much, Ella's like, I don't give a fuck, and he's like, do that on alt account. I'm like, dude, what? Do what? And I'm like, that's what I do. Talk shit on an alt. Be smart, not dumb. Like I am. I am being smart. I'm handling this one of the three ways you're supposed to handle it. That's just kind of basic etiquette. That's kind of the rules. On pause and watch. And then Ella says, "Watch your mouth and don't glitch on people's account." Oh yeah, they really got their panties in a twist because I was apparently glitching. Yeah, I was glitching. I was using the radio glitch. It's when you strafe, you climb up a surface and you unequip and re-equip radio, go into first person, jump side to side, and that increases your speed from 16 to 18, giving you a significant advantage in grinding, which I was actually faster than them the entire time. Like they were fucking slow as shit. Like every like any person in their right mind would know about the radio glitch, and plus that's actually a game legal thing. As long as here's the thing, I didn't even inject Synapse. Period. Not even using Synapse now. So that's game legal. If it's an exploit that's located in the actual game, that's the dev's fault. Okay, just letting you know, that's the dev's fault, and that's really nobody else's fault. So you can use that. That's game legal. I know plenty of other people who use that. I've seen MF Dubs use that. I've seen fucking multiple people. I think Stead even does that. I know Piper does. He's not a leaderboard player, but he covers for people, multiple people. I could give you a whole fucking list. Like seriously, it's a really smart. And they were saying I'm not smart. And I'm like, he's like, be smart, not dumb. And I'm like, dude, I'm faster than you. You're fucking slow. You're not even like picking up coins as fast as me. Like I'll be full and you only have 15 coins, all right?
That's just what I'd expect you to say. Dumb people are always blissfully unaware of how dumb they really are.
Like learn your fucking place basically. So and then on pause I go to you're siding with the randos stealing coins. So yeah, basically randos, they go and steal coins, and Elle's like, watch your mouth, don't glitch on people's accounts. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is this? What is this? And I'm like, why? And he's like, okay, and I'm like, that's insane. It literally is insane. Jay's like, that's what they all do. Get over it. I'm like, yeah, that's what they do, but you don't want a bunch of randos stuck in your server infinitely. You need to get tokens. Like what's the fucking deal? Do they want to laissez-faire, be passive until they leave and just say, oh, can you please leave? Oh, hi, my guy. Oh. Yeah, shut the fuck up. And basically I told him radio glitch is legal. Sorry. um and he says, I got people joining me. I don't know what that's about. And I'm like, yeah, MF Dubs does it. And he's like, just kill them and be done with it. And I'm like, yeah, finally, yeah, it's a good option. And here's the thing, just kill them and be done with it. That's actually appealing to the third option that I mentioned previously. Either spam report them, be, really nice to them, get them to appeal to your cause. Say, oh, I'm a leaderboard player. Can you please just get the fuck out, please? I'm so close to blah 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 blah. I went down as soon as you joined. Blah blah blah. Just make up something like that. Yeah, that's the nice way. And then now Jay is actually agreeing with me. He doesn't even realize it. This fucking idiot. Plus, he has like the headless and Valk profile picture. I'm not gonna say people that are a douchebag. I'm just gonna leave that up to the audience. But well, actually, I did say that, but I'm just gonna leave that up to the audience. I'm not saying all people have headless and Valk are a douchebag, but we'll leave it up to the audience. And he says just kill them and be done with it. And then I'm like, all right, well, here's the thing. You're appealing to my side here, like literally. That's what you do. You try and provoke them and just kill them over and over until they literally rage quit. The third option is rage quit. So literally, he's agreeing with me. He's not even realizing it, though. He's not even fucking realizing it. And Jay says I got people joining. I don't know what that's about. I think someone did join, but they did leave. I got them to leave, or I spam reported them. So I'm like, not my fault, dude. And he's like, yeah, okay. And then I'm like, I still don't get why you're angry for no good reason. Like, yeah, there's really no good reason why you're angry. He's like, I don't pause. I don't think he talks racist about someone. I don't know what that's about. Unpause. And wasting time. Lol. Oh yeah. By the way, while I'm in this Discord chat, it's wasting time. I could have been grinding on the account. I could have been grinding this entire time, but they just decided to get all butthurt over nothing and just waste everyone's fucking time. Time is precious. Time is money. Literally, time is money in MM2. The more tokens, the more candies you collect, the higher you'll rank up on the leaderboard. Time is money, so can't argue with that. And and then he finally, it seems he kind of gives up here on pause. It seems he kind of gives up. He's just like, well, just watch what you say. I'm like, why? And then I ask him why, and I'm like, literally why? That's a fair question. He's like, because I said so, nigga. So you're like, oh my god, dear XD, you're mostly white. Like, why did you say the N word? And like, well, here's the thing. I could go into a whole long discussion about that. Either all of them are okay or none of them are okay. That's what I'm going to say about racist words. All right, that's all I'm going to say. And then he says the fuck. So I mean, the fact that he said the N word, whatever. But plus he's like half black or something. I don't know. And I'm like, everything I did on pause, everything I did was justified. And he said, "Don't piss me off." I'm like, dude. At this point, he starts to like threaten. I'm like, I'm not even trying to piss you off. I'm doing basic protocol, and you're literally just you're trying to be like that one sheep out of 100 that escapes and roams off. Just think you're not special. Okay. Like, it's like, don't piss me off. You haven't seen my full. I'm only using 1% of my power. I'm gonna go Super Saiyan on your fucking ass. And then I say racist because I didn't know he was black. Elena told me he was Mexican. It's not even a big deal. Even that has nothing to do with leaderboard, but. And then he's like, nigga, I am black. And I'm like, you're Mexican. He's like, I got black too. I'm like, yeah, I mean, Lena lied. Or not lied, but like, she didn't know the full story. But yeah, race has nothing to do with this at all. So I'm just going to dismiss that. It doesn't really matter what race you are. This has nothing to do with the current situation. And I denounce this in the name of Jesus. Be gone. On pause, yeah. So, she don't to tell you everything about me. Oh man, that the fucking horrific grammar right there. You can kind of tell people are idiots. Like especially when you're playing like a Roblox game and then you have people in the game. They're like, why game lag? Blah. You know right off the bat those people. This isn't a special case at all. I've seen this time and time again. This guy, nothing new. But I've never been actually harassed by leaderboard players before. I've been raided, but people, they do that. But this is something different. This is a new hybrid. This is a new breed of shittery that needs to be fucking extrasized immediately. So, I mean, if any other leaderboard players are seeing this, man, and if you can identify, then, let me know, because I know some leaderboard players will be watching this. Logan, Aircon might be watching this, Space might even watch this, who knows, we'll see. Lena will definitely be watching this. I'll be watching this, I'm a leaderboard player. And then I'll forget that, because I'm like, yeah, the race isn't a big deal. What does this have to do with anything? So, and then he's like, she don't. And then I'm like, but let's just work together. That's all I ask. I'm not hurting, I meant to say, I'm not hurting you in any way at all. It just kind of pressed. I didn't get my spelling quite right either, but it's leaps and bounds better. Like, I'm not hurting you in any way. Like how this doesn't even affect you. Like, it's kind of like you want randos to just kind of invade the server and fuck everything up and lose your place, alright? This is insane. Like, I thought I was having a stroke. Like, this whole thing is a fucking fever dream. All right. I'm like, I basically try and make a truce because I don't want to deal with this shit, and I really do have to get back to grinding for Lena. So I'm like, I'm not hurting anyone anyway at all. And then he's like, okay, then leave her account alone. Drum roll. This is where we get to the classic part. Just say leave. All right, that'll do it. Yeah, just say leave. Yeah, that'll do it. Leave her channel. Leave her chat alone. Who is he to even like say, what I can and cannot do? All right. Just in general, America's a free country. She asked me to grind on this account anyway, and that is my mission. I can chat whatever I want in the Roblox public chat. And if there is a problem, Roblox will take care of it, unless you're a Roblox moderator, which I don't think you are, Jay. So mind your own fucking business. So, and then I'm like LMAO because that's outrageously funny. And then, or they don't kill them. I think he meant to say, I'm trying to figure out what he's saying here. It's like, or they don't kill them over and over. The fuck? What do you mean to say? I think he meant to say, or just kill them over and over. I hope so, because that would be pretty logical. Just kill them over and over. That'd be a good idea. But if he's saying don't, well, he did say don't. Or they won't kill you over. Okay, whatever. We'll just leave that. Come to your own conclusions on that, guys. So, and I'm like, it's not that simple. It really isn't. It really isn't that simple. And he's like, it is. And I'm like, how dense are you? He's like, it works for me. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. It does work. 1% of the time, maybe. 2% of the time. Okay. Maybe even 5% of the time sometimes. But greater scope of things, that's not going to fucking work. Alright. He's like, works for me. And you're going to see later that it didn't actually fucking work and he made a complete ass out of himself. You're going to see that later. So just rub your hands together in anticipation. Get ready for that little bit at the end of towards the end of the video. And you're like, it worked for me. And I'm like, never, hardly ever. Also, you said leave Nico. What was I talking about here? I'm doing a commentary over this. I'm trying to figure out. Nico is my friend. Yeah, I know Nico's your friend. That was the other person I'm, grinding with. But this Ella person is the Nico person's cover. I hope Nico is actually more reasonable though than the cover, because the cover is just being an absolute piece of shit. And she's like, oh my god. Like, oh my god, what? What happened? Is there a new COVID variant out? What's going on? I'm probably gonna get demonetized for saying COVID, but whatever. And the bacon pause, and then I'm like, and the bacon stayed for an hour until I stood up and spam reported him, and he left. So I don't have video evidence of this. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. But there was a bacon in the server that Jay came up to and was like, leave, please. And then he didn't fucking leave. Of course he didn't leave. So what I did is I took matters into my own hands, and I did a more wise approach. I did the first strategy. I spam reported him, and he fucking got kicked immediately. So, or not immediately, but like 5 minutes later. So, and it actually worked, and Jay refuses to admit it. He's just like, oh, that's a random chance. He just left. So I don't have any video evidence. You'll just have to take my word for it. But I do have video evidence at the very end of the video, and you'll see that. And I'm like, I have what it takes to get results, and I really do. Like, I fly up the leaderboard. I just don't have fucking time anymore, period, because of work and school. But he's like, reset or kill. That at easy. What's he saying? What does that mean? I'm trying to figure out what he's saying. He's like speaking a fucking different language here. Like, I'm trying to understand what he's saying. Like, half of this is me just trying to understand what he's saying. Reset or kill. I think by reset or kill, what he's saying is, just reset when you're full, or kill. But I mean, unless they get to you first, because most randos who actually join you will start killing you. Some do sympathize with your cause, and they're like, can I grind with you? And yeah, can I bring 10 more friends with me to grind with you on the count? And they don't wait for you to respond. They just bring a shit ton of people, or people start filling the server. That never works. You gotta eliminate them ASAP. It's like a fucking cockroach on your face. Would you leave a cockroach on your face? Really? Would you? Unless you're into that. Unless you're like have a fetish for that. Would you? Would you really? Would you not just swat that son of a bitch off and try and smash it or get someone else to smash it? Really? Would you do that? Anyone? Yeah, that's what I thought. And I told them, yeah, I have what it takes to get results. I really get shit done. They're not even thanking me for saving their server to saving their ass because it would have gotten raided because we were over 4 players. And I got rid of the bacon before more people joined. So they're ungrateful sons of bitches. They don't even realize I saved their ass. So, and that was just out of the kindness of my heart too. And plus, I didn't want to compromise the server. And then Ella finally, steps up again. Is like, dude, dear XD, fuck off, Lena's account and leave. You're harassing kids. Oh, first of all, how do you even know that Bacon person was a kid? They probably were, but you never know. That's most of the time the major demographic of Roblox is kids anyway. But you have no idea of knowing that. Could have been a kid, could have not been a kid, but that's not even the point. Here's the thing. It's nothing personal. I'm just trying to get them to leave. And yeah, the third option may have not been the best choice. I mean, may have not been the best choice to get them to leave. I should have spam reported them, but whatever. I didn't want to spam report them because they'll be banned for 1 or 3 days or if not more. And that's kind of like the last resolve to get people to leave. Um, yeah, you really, really don't want to do that because that'll fuck someone up. Really, it really will. It's like you're harassing kids. I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, none of you have good reasons for any of your claims. You're not substantially supporting any of your claims. And then Jay's like, you keep on. I will get on her account because trust me, I can grind over 48 hours if I would. Oh, flexing. All right, well, I've grinded 5.5 days, so I mean. You want to say it's like, oh, I have a bigger I grinded for over 48 hours. I have a bigger penis than you, and this applies to the situation because I don't know. Yeah, Eh, fucking bullshit. So, um, back to it. If I wanted to, I could destroy a whole city if I wanted to just by looking at it or just snapping my fingers. I could delete half the population. I'm not even using 1% of my power, and you see Jay's just kind of cocky like that. I'm not saying. I'm not. I'm saying he's probably that way because he's actually scared and he knows I'm fucking right, but he doesn't want to admit it because he realized his bullshit, or hopefully he did. I really pray for them. I pray in my heart. I did pray after this video that they do find Jesus, find the Lord, find the light, and just stop being fucking idiots. But then again, idiots will be idiots, so you never know. And then I reply to Ella's claim of me harassing kids. I'm like, who says they're kids? Not harassing them, just cleaning the house, cleaning the server. You got to clean your house, like literally. Like, here's the thing: if there was like the cockroach analogy again, if there was a fucking cockroach on your face, would you just leave it there for, say Jay, would you leave it there for 48 hours, eh? Your 48 hours or over 48 hours, would you leave a cockroach on your face, a live cockroach? Unless you're into cockroaches. I don't think so. Exactly. So, look, I'm just cleaning the house, cleaning the server. They're not even thanking me for this either. Like, oh my god, it's like arguing with a wall. I'm like, no, actually, that's kind of the situation with you guys, because, like, I try to appeal to your cause, but just there's no logic in reasoning. Like, here's the thing. Logic, facts, and reasoning, best weapon in the world you could ever have. Sometimes more effective than a handgun even, but, a handgun, direct headshot. And oh, this is when Jay tries to threaten me. Oh, that's right. Or he actually does threaten me. And I'm like, I gotta keep it clean. That's basic leaderboard grinding rules. You get, like, if you don't have 11 alts besides you on the server, you gotta keep the server clean. All right. Like, these guys are fucking idiots. I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. Anyone who's watching this long ass video, sorry it's this long, just comment. Tell me what you think, because this is nuts. This is fucking insane. And then Jay goes on to threaten me. It's pretty cute. And he's like, a nigga, fuck you. You're Oh, he was supposed to put you are, but he didn't. There needs to be apostrophe R E. You were lucky he used the wrong. That's funny. Usually people use that. They have low intelligence, statistically speaking. So lucky I don't pull your fucking IP and put a gun to your head. Actually, my IP is Hong Kong, so good luck with that. Um, put a gun to your head, threatening me now. This shit went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick. Because that's a person who I am. I think you meant to say that's the kind of person I am. You didn't really phrase that quite correctly, but fuck grammar for a little bit, alright? Let's just see if we can understand what they're saying. And he's like, nah. And then he contradicts himself. He's like, nah. Like, what? I think he's trying to, pull the ghetto hood mentality on me. He's like, hey man, you pull up in my street and I'll just fucking put a piece of metal through your cranium with my hand cannon pistol. Yeah. Okay, violence. Wow. Okay. And then I'm like, oh, threats. Threats. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. And then he's like, do that shit on your account. That shit on your account knows someone else. I'm like, okay, in case you've missed the point, Lena didn't ask you to fucking grind for her. She asked me because I'm fast, I'm reliable, and I get shit done, quite frankly, unlike you two fucking idiots. Um, I don't care about anything. Yeah, that's pretty obvious you don't care about anything. You're a fucking mess, is what you are. You're literally, your life is in the blender right now. I'm like, violence, and for what? And he's like, trust me. I'm like, look, like, you a bitch, and that what you is. That's what you is. I think he's trying to use like the ghetto tongue, like the hood tongue on me, the dialect from the hood on me, trying to whoop up on your homeboy here. So that's pretty cute, all things considered. But yeah, that's what you is, and I'm like, literally, stop wasting time. Stop it. Stop wasting time. You're wasting fucking valuable time. We could have been grinding. Oh, these fucking idiots. I'm like, stop wasting time. Put aside the differences and grind. I gotta keep Lena up. That's fair. And Jay's like, I got a cover on. I'm like, I don't fucking care if it's a cover or not, but you're an idiot. And I'm like, Simple, talk about this after the event is over. And he's like, okay, no chatting, Simple. Well, once again, unless you're a Roblox admin or moderator and you specifically tell me or do not permit me from chatting in the Roblox chat, that's an infringement of free speech. So, and I wasn't, and here's the thing, none of the things I said tagged anyway, so they're all perfectly legal. Then again, you could argue, oh, you could say something, mean without it tagging. But here's the thing, really, just as long as you're smart, it's fine. And I'm like, he's like, okay, and I just really don't care at this point. I really want to get back to grinding, so I'm like, oh, fair enough, because these guys won't, shut up. And then he's like, don't say a damn word on her account, and I'll find out she got banned because of you. That's your ass. No, that's not going to happen. So, first of all, why would I get banned? Okay, I tell one guy to, deport himself, and by the only thing, and he said he speaks Spanish. He probably doesn't even fucking understand what I was saying anyway, unless he uses Translate. And he's gonna report me. Like, he stayed there for a whole nother hour until I finally just spam reported him and his ass left. And then, I saved everyone. I saved the server from getting raided. So they're not even thanking me for that once again. And actually, to be honest, if I do get banned, I know if Lena's account does get banned, it's going to be their fault because who the fuck else would be doing that? Because the only reason you would get banned from MM2 is if someone, reports you for, cheating on the leaderboard. By the way, and I gotta make a whole nother video about that. And I found out that's your ass, and I'm like, yeah, I do have an ass on the below my back. That's your ass. It is my ass. Very astute observation. So find out, yeah. I know I know he might kind of mean well. He's trying to be like the overprotective brother complex figure, but this is out of control. This is way fucking out of control. This is a weed in the garden and it needs to be cut off. So no, it's yours because reports won't work. And then he said, because I had to sit with Lena for hours telling her not to give up, and she got back on the leaderboard because of me. I also told her the same thing. I mean, it's her choice to grind on the leaderboard. I mean, like, if you don't, it's not the end of the world. Like, woohoo, you get a blue, red, bronze, silver, gold leaderboard item, and virtual, yeah. So it's really her choice. I mean, okay, you convinced her to literally waste her time for hours and hours in a virtual game. Good for you. I mean, that's good. I basically told her, I tried a different approach. I was like, hey, listen, if if you really want something, like in the game you have like nothing else to do, you have a lot of free time, I mean, fuck, go for it. But, if you don't feel like it or you feel too tired, then just fucking give up. That simple. So he's like, because of me, because of me. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm the hero. Enemy's 1% of my power. Oh, Ultra Instinct. And I'm like, unless you actually try and report me on a leaderboard server because of Radio Glitch, then I'll know. Because Radio Glitch is actually legal, by the way. You can't, uh, well, I mean, you can report people on that, and the review team, if they were actually stupid enough to buy that, then that's pretty sad. And then he goes on to say, because I got report and I got banned for 7 days, I don't care about that. Okay, question. How do you know the report was directly related to your 7-day ban? Do you actually know that, or are you just assuming? I didn't go on to ask him because it doesn't matter, but it's a pretty bold assumption. Probably because he was actually, to get banned for 7 days, you have to do something pretty ratchet. Like, sometimes, like, say the word gay or something like that. I don't know. But I hardly ever get banned. Like, I got banned for like 1 day for using a One Piece anime texture on a knife for someone in the leaderboard server, and I got banned for inappropriate content. So I don't know what the fuck that was about, but he's kind of delusional, like an Alzheimer's patient off their meds. That's kind of the situation here. So I'm like, well, too bad for you then, mate. I'm like, never happened to me. Been playing since 2012. Have been playing since 2012. Been playing MM2 since 2014. Never happened. And then he's like, he doesn't have any reply to that. He's just like, don't talk shit on her account. I don't think I asked, lol. And I'm like, well, I didn't ask to fucking hear your opinion or hear your fucking rant about me doing nothing wrong. And then I say add alt because his fucking alt left, and he was so distracted the alt left from the game. And then Roblox, and then he said Roblox got a man pussy right now. Don't even know what he means by that, but okay. I'm like, they will ban you for saying hello there. I'm like, okay, but I never said hello there, so what's your point? I think he means to say, like, you'll say, and I don't know if the saying hello there is actually, verified for, being banned. If it is, then that's pretty sad, but I know what he means, like, you say, like, barely anything that isn't even, like, directly offensive and you get banned, but that doesn't happen, okay? I mean, yeah, if you say gay, yeah, obviously, you could get banned for that. You try and bypass racist words, which I bet that's why he got banned, for doing that, for saying the N-word. I have a sneaking suspicion that's why he got banned. I don't have any objective proof for that, but I'm pretty sure that might be why. I wouldn't be surprised with his type, so... Not his type meaning that he's black, his type meaning he's a fucking idiot, okay? Race has nothing to do with this, alright? So, then they will ban, he says I'm about to go to sleep, and if Lena and on he account when I get, that's when I be taking over 2 accounts on leaderboard, and I'm like, we're gonna lose the fucking server, dude. He's like, just don't say anything on her account. I'm like, stop fucking around, add an alt. Like, who? I ain't on Nico or OJ, and I'm like, yeah, that is you. You're on Jay's account right now. Add a fucking alt, and And then he finally figures out, he's like, oh shit, we're actually fucked up. Pause, and he's like, okay, give me a minute. And I'm like, we're gonna get raided. Hurry, dude. I've been trying to tell us. And L was like, no, leave the game. Okay. So, and then he finally figures it out. He's like, I know. Well, if you're saying you know, then why didn't you do it in the fucking first place, dude? You're stupid. People are so stupid. Hitler was right. We need another genocide, but of these people. Hitler was killing the wrong people, but he was right. It's going to be pretty controversial. But yeah, you'll come to the same conclusion I have eventually, you know. So, if you use facts, logic, and reasoning, so deductive reasoning skills. So, and then he's like, "I don't get rating like that. Don't say anything dumb." And he's like, "I think he means to say, oh yeah, I never get rated." But literally before that, a bacon joined our game because uh yeah, sometimes even if you do have 4 players, people raid you, but it's not that common. It's usually if you have under 4 players or over 4 players, people join your account. You know, just call them generally raiders. But raiders are usually the people who go there to harass you in the first place. So I guess I could redefine that. So, and I'm like, it's like, don't say anything dumb on my server. Oh, your server. Oh shit. I'm so sorry, Nicholas. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, guys, it's Nicholas right here. Okay. Whoa. It's Nicholas. Oh my god. I said something dumb on his server. Holy shit. I am so sorry. My god, forgive me. We bow down to you, Nicholas, and suck your nipples for saying something bad on your fucking server. Oh, of course not. No. And then I'm like, are you going to add an alt or keep babbling? And I'm like, I am, and alt is in. By the way, in the game, he didn't actually add an alt until like 15 minutes later, by the way. And we were at high risk for getting raided. But the good thing is we didn't until a little later. So and he's like, my PC going to open up. I shut it off when I got cover. And I'm like, all right, that's fair. And I'm just like, okay. So, yeah. I'm commentating over this, by the way. I'm gonna have to do a lot of fucking editing to try and, or not editing, cutting to, you know, fit this all together. I'll do some edits too, though. I'm like, look, I'm not the enemy here. I don't know why you're targeting me. Like, why are you targeting me specifically? That's a fair question. But we have to worry about the raiders, not fellow leaderboard players. Like, why are you backstabbing people like this? And then I was like, are you gonna talk shit to randoms or what? And I'm like, you said it, Ella. Randoms. They're not even leaderboard players, all right? I mean, yeah, they are real people, and, you know, it's good to generally treat people with respect. But here's the thing. When I said that, it was nothing personal. I just wanted to get the guy the fuck out of there as soon as possible. So, you know, and I'm sure other leaderboard players who are reasonable, not first-time leaderboard players like these idiots, actual solid leaderboard, like Space, Steadfast, Aircon, Sammy, me, Damien, even Lena could probably identify. All right, they would all back me up, literally, in a heartbeat. Are you gonna talk shit to randoms or what? I'm like, get your priorities straight, like literally. And she's like, I know my priorities. I'm like, well, clearly you don't because you're fucking acting like a dumb bitch right now. So people target leaderboard players. So you're saying like every single person that joined was targeting? They literally weren't. They weren't even talking. They and some of them didn't even kill us. You can't assume like every single person, you know, joining is targeting. And even if they are, isn't that more of a reason to get rid of them ASAP? Right? So here's the thing, you're actually agreeing with me, Ella. You don't even realize it. You don't even realize it. Okay. So, and then I replied to her, are you going to talk shit to randoms or what? And I'm like, nah, I can spam report. I'm like, yeah, we might be older than you. They probably are, So watch what you're saying. And she's like, dude! I'm like, I don't need to say anything. Like, are you stupid? I'm like, way easier. She's like, don't do anything. I'm like, that's not a bad idea. It actually works. I'm like, no, it's actually genius. It's a really good way to, you know, it works perfectly every time. It's a great way. There are no repercussions, and it's a great way to get rid of people. So, yeah, perfectly legal, too. Because there's not saying, oh, you can't, you know, report someone for no reason. So, yeah, we're gonna... So now I'm getting to the end, the video clip. So this is me on the crazy amazing account. So we're gonna pause right here. So literally this guy called T-Boy Pog joins, and I found out that he's actually not a raider, but he actually knows we were on the leaderboard. So this is an instance where, you know, and by the way, Jay had actually told him to leave before, but of course it didn't fucking work. Of course not. It's like beating a dead horse. So talking to a brick wall. So literally I said, to help us get higher, do you mind leaving? We're dropping a lot. That would mean the world. Thanks. Unpause. Pause. And I'm like, and he's like, oh, congrats on getting the leaderboard. And I'm like, yeah, to help us to get higher. You mind leaving? Yeah, I already said that. Dropping a lot. That would mean the world. Thanks. So that's really good. And then guess what he fucking says? All right, watch this. Okay, in a bit. He actually agrees to it, and he actually does end up leaving too. So, and I'm like, oh my god, thank you so much. Like, you know, I'm kind of playing on his, you know, good side. And he's like, no problem. See, look, Jay, Ella, it's that simple, okay? Just saying, leave is gonna fucking work, you idiots. Look, you actually have to appeal to reason here. You can't just say, oh, you leave, server, no, no, no. Kill yourself. Like, I literally mean that. Kill yourself. Like, I think you'd be better off dead than being that much of a fucking idiot, actually. That's a little harsh, but I mean that. Like, seriously, kill yourself. So, and then he actually later, you know, like 2 minutes later, he's like, okay, I'll leave now. And then literally the guy just fucking leaves. Just like that, he's gone. I'm like, thanks. I say thanks to kind of seal the, you know, deal here. You know, gotta know how to talk to people. And that's the end of the video. So in conclusion, guys, I know this was pretty long and pretty controversial. And some people, you know, might really hate on me, and, you know, Ella and Jay and their covers, you know, might bring hate to the channel. And, you know, try and dislike. Oh, wait, YouTube got rid of the dislike. Okay, well, that's not going to work. They'll try and leave hate comments. And any one of those hate comments they leave, I am not going to delete them. YouTube might, but I'll keep them all up because there's no reason to suppress freedom of speech. I'll let them say what they want to say. In conclusion, just don't be stupid. Don't be like these two fuckers, and you'll be fine. That's basically it. This has been DRXT. Have a wonderful day.
London doing shows, I'm on tour, bitch. I've been pouring wok in my cup, that's a 4, bitch. I might even fuck on the backside of your bitch. So many sluts on deck, horse storage. Do not be ungrateful, please finish up your porridge. Of pussy ass bastards, there's no shortage. I just bought a house in the hill and skipped the mortgage. I've been making a rap with a trap metal core.